Those are my 12 things that I no longer buy. Hey, I'm Kristen, and think of me as your average consumer. I'm not perfect. I still buy things in plastic because there are so many good vegan options on the market that come in plastic. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. And we all want to save money, obviously, so having more of an environmentally friendly mindset mixed with a minimalist mindset is overall going to save you money because you are reducing the things you buy and you're trying to buy things with less packaging and less waste. So here are the 12 things that I no longer buy while I'm trying to be a little bit more zero waste and having a little bit more of a minimalist mindset. Number 1, I don't buy the wasteful makeup wipes or makeup remover in general. I just use a little bit of oil, use a wet washcloth, and boom, you are done and good to go. The makeup wipes, they are made of plastic and you use them for 5 seconds and you throw them away and then you have plastic going to the landfill for no reason, and it just drives me nuts, especially the individually wrapped ones that Neutrogena makes. Those are so wasteful. Number 2, I don't buy new jars just because you can find a ton of jars at thrift stores or when you're purchasing things from the grocery store. I tend to buy them in glass jars rather than like the plastic ones, and then I just rinse them out, wash them, and reuse them, and I have a free jar. 3 is fast fashion. I know this is a very tricky kind of subject, but I really try to buy secondhand clothing for the most part just because that is way better for the planet and it just uses a lot of energy and water and resources to make new clothing. Why buy something if it's only good for 3 uses and then falls apart? And then number 4, I don't buy any like single-use products like paper plates and cups and paper towels. I have 1 roll of paper towels in case of some crazy emergency, but I don't buy paper towels. I haven't purchased paper towels in a few years, and I just use normal towels, normal kitchen towels, normal rags, and that's how I clean stuff up. You don't need to be buying a crazy amount of single-use things that take a lot of energy and resources to make, and then they're being used for 5 seconds and then they're thrown away. Now this is gonna be crazy for a lot of people to hear, but I don't buy coffee. I don't drink coffee, I don't buy it. Every once in a blue moon, I might have like a frappuccino from Starbucks. Where are you getting it from? You have to think about all of the CO2 emissions, all of the resources and water and just energy it takes if it's being shipped from one end of the world to another end of the world. And coffee is not made locally here. There might be local coffee shops, but coffee is not made in the US. Are there more eco-friendly ways to get coffee and buy fair trade and all of that? Of course. And any sort of paper products like notebooks or sticky notes or just printer paper, whatever, I don't buy that new. I have so much stuff from my past school days that I never used or barely used, and I'll just go through the pages I didn't use and start taking notes or whatever I need paper for. And then I personally do not eat meat, dairy, and eggs, so that saves a lot of money just eating more plant-based and overall helping the planet. That is going to be very good because it does take a lot of resources and water to create animal products. So even just having like a meat-free Monday, that is so great. I'm vegan, so I have a meat-free Monday every day, but you know, I think it's just good to be more mindful of everything we are consuming. And then something that really bothers me is like those really cheap plastic like eyeshadow palettes or anything like that. I am not perfect with the makeup I do have, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm like using up all of the stuff I have, and I'm really trying to find companies that are very low waste because makeup is so wasteful. The makeup industry just creates so many little things of cheap plastic that's going straight into the landfill. And then extra hair products like hairsprays and mousses and gels and whatever. I use nothing on my hair except shampoo and conditioner, and then the oil I put on my face as a moisturizer I use in my hair as well. Menstrual products. I'm not buying pads or tampons because those are so wasteful. They use so much energy and water, like I say about everything. And now I use reusable things like a cup. I also don't buy Ziploc bags. They're super wasteful. You can maybe reuse them a few times, but they're not recyclable and they end up in the landfill. I have stasher bags. I use them for food. I put some toiletries in them sometimes, and they're just a great way to organize if you are used to using Ziploc sealable bags instead of like glass jars or something like that. And lastly, I don't buy water bottles. Now, there are crazy exceptions to this rule. If I am dying and there is no other way to get water, I'm gonna buy a water bottle and I'm not gonna just suck it up and be dehydrated. I take my water bottle pretty much everywhere. I like took it to my family's house at Easter and they made fun of me and whatever, but like I have it just in case there's like single-use plastic cups or anything like that. Like I just always try to be as prepared as possible. There was one time at a basketball game, I've mentioned this in the other video, I'll link the video up here if you guys want to see it, but I had to buy a plastic water bottle. I hadn't had water in a while for the day, and that was my bad planning, but they wouldn't let me take my water bottle into the basketball game, and I needed water, so I bought a water bottle and then recycled it. Is that the best option? Of course not. A lot of plastic doesn't end up being recycled because there's so much of it, and that's why we just need to reduce our plastic consumption. But yeah, those are my 12 things that I no longer buy. If you guys have some, please comment down below and let me know. I love hearing what people no longer buy. I love those types of videos. So hopefully this was somewhat helpful for you, and maybe you can think about being more eco-conscious when you're making those purchasing decisions. And if you guys haven't subscribed, it would mean so much to me if you hit that subscribe button down below, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!